Welcome to the Guided Expressions podcast with Martin Williams, the place to learn and be inspired to live your best life. Here is your host, Martin Williams.
And hello, everyone. My name is Martin Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Guided Expressions podcast. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. You can also subscribe on SoundCloud and eventually on YouTube as well. I've been saying that you can subscribe on YouTube, but there's some things that I have to work out on that end, but I will work them out soon. And people will be able to sign up on YouTube as well. And you will also get all of the podcasts that you may have missed on YouTube when you do subscribe on YouTube. So it's just a matter of getting all of that material up there hopefully soon. So today what I wanted to talk about is something that I've come across in the last couple of months that's really helped me a great deal. It's helped me to really reshape my business, really reshape everything that I'm doing as far as coaching and as far as business in general. And that is the 4-step process to be abundant in our society, to be fruitful, which I don't want to give everything away, but the 4-step process basically to be successful in business. So the first step is being fruitful. The second step is to multiply. The third step is to replenish. And the fourth step is to subdue or have dominion, basically to dominate. So this comes from Genesis 1 in the Bible. And many of you have read that scripture over and over again. It's the first commandments that were given to mankind. These are the commandments that were given to Adam when God created Adam. And Adam wasn't just supposed to sit around and do nothing. You know, Adam was given a charge. He was given a mandate to propagate the earth, to expand the earth. This is what he had to do. And so for us, it's important that if you're in business, you want to ask yourself, are you doing these 4 things? And are you doing these 4 things consistently? And if you're not doing these 4 things, why? And it also helps to really help you focus in on whether you're in the right business or not. Because a lot of people are in a business where perhaps they can be fruitful, but they're having trouble reproducing it or distributing it or having dominion in it. To me, if you can't dominate a business, you probably shouldn't be in it. And domination is really a mindset more than anything else. It's not so much an ability. It's really a decision to be dominant in a market. So if you feel that you can't be among the best in your field, maybe find a field where you can be that and work to become dominant in that field. But I don't want to jump too far ahead. I want to go stepwise here. So the first one is called being fruitful. So what does it mean to be fruitful? Being fruitful basically means to be productive, right? So if I am someone who is in business for myself, I have to ask myself a simple question. Am I being productive in my business? Am I doing everything that I can to put a product out there? Okay, let's say that I am a podcaster, for example, and I happen to be, right, among other things. If I'm podcasting, how many podcasts do I put up? You know, if I've only put up 1 podcast a year, then I'm not being very fruitful, right? If I'm putting up 2 or 3 podcasts a week, then I'm being more fruitful. And so that's a great example. If I bake cookies, right, but I haven't made any cookies in about 3 weeks, so I'm not being fruitful. So I'm violating the first law. This is very important. And I think a lot of people kind of overlook it because we spend so much time on marketing strategy. We spend so much time on social media strategy. We spend so much time looking at our competition, and a lot of times the competition is outpacing us. They're lapping us in the race because they either consciously or unconsciously are operating in these four principles. They're operating in fruitfulness. A great example for me was looking at someone who did what I did. And every single day they were posting on social media. Every single day they were posting on YouTube. Every single day they were posting onto their website. And so eventually they had customers, they had clients, they had people visiting the website, they had people interacting with them, buying stuff, so on and so forth. And meanwhile, I was just sitting by and I was thinking about it. Sounded like a great idea. Sounded good. I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. But while I was thinking about it, these people were actually doing it. So you notice the difference right away that you can be a doer or you can be a watcher, right? Now, it costs to watch, okay? You get paid to do. So you have to decide which side of the equation you want to be on in business. Do you want to be paid for what you do, or do you want to be the one paying all the time, right? So that's really a reminder for me. It was a reminder for me that, hey, I've got to be fruitful if I want to truly grow my business the way that I want it to grow. Eventually all of us get in business so we can do this full time and not worry about a job or worrying how are we going to pay the bills and all of that. You eventually want to get to a point where your business provides your income, takes care of your home, takes care of your children, takes care of you, and even grows to something that you could leave to your children once you leave here. And so, that's something that I had to remind myself of over these last few months when I first started hearing this. Now, I first started hearing this from a man by the name of Bill Winston, who is a preacher out of Chicago, Illinois. And he's been preaching this across the country for a while now. And, on YouTube, I consume a lot of his content. It's really, really good. I've actually purchased some of his content over the years. And, he's really been hitting the nail on the head with this. And it's been something that I've, definitely taken and running with in my business. And I hope that is something that will help you as well. If you're in business, if you're someone who's looking to become more abundant, think about how fruitful you've been over the last 6 months. How much fruit have you put out? If you haven't put out a lot of fruit, then you're violating the first law, right? You gotta be fruitful, okay? And one of the easiest ways to be fruitful is to start publishing. I took the One Funnel Away Challenge, which was given by Russell Brunson, the ClickFunnels founder, CEO, and it was one of the best $100 I've ever spent with the amount of value that you got. And one of the most valuable things that I got from that whole challenge was this idea of publishing daily, right? Now, sometimes he said, it depends on what you got to find what's best for you. Some people are better writers than speakers. I probably would say I'm one of those, but I like doing this too. I like audio too. But he said, if you're a writer, publish to Medium every day. If you're more of an audio person, publish to Anchor, which, delivers your podcast to so many different people. And then finally, if you're more of a visual, if you like doing videos, then go live on Facebook or Instagram. And for me, I want to kind of put my foot in all three because I know that I'm a good writer. I know that I can improve with my audio podcasting skills. So I really want to hammer this down. I want to get good at this. And then I want to move on to doing more lives and whatnot. But my point in all this is that publish every single day. That's what he said. He said, publish every single day. And he said that his challenge was basically, if you publish every single day, all your money problems will go away in one calendar year. Now that's a pretty big promise. That's a pretty big promise, but what happens is that you grow your audience by publishing daily. And, I know for me, like certain podcasts that I will follow, one of the best feelings is to go to your podcast app and see, oh yeah, there's a new podcast up there. That's pretty awesome, because you're going to get some new material, you're going to learn some new things. And that's how your followers are going to feel. When you start podcasting, when you start writing, when you start posting every day, they're going to look forward to what you have to say. They've already bought in. They've already decided to follow you. They already believe in your message. So the only thing you have to do now is just decide every single day, I'm going to post, I'm going to post, I'm going to publish. I'm going to be fruitful. Okay? If you're in the food industry, if you're making food, if you're doing meal plans, then make food every single day. Excuse me. Even if you have to give it away or sell it at a discount, but make food every single day. Be fruitful. Okay. Be fruitful, be fruitful, be fruitful. If you're making cakes, make cakes every single day. And, if people don't buy it, then, give it to a homeless shelter or, give it to a school or what have you. Because God will bless you. Like God will bless you in the giving of it. Like don't throw it away, but give it to someone. Give it away if you have to. But my point is just be fruitful. Just continue to be fruitful. If you're a writer, you need to be writing every single day. You need to be writing a certain amount of words every single day and then posting it. Don't just leave it in draft mode. Post it, put it up somewhere, right? The only way you're going to get better is by posting it, because when it's one thing I know for me as a writer, it's one thing when I write something and I leave it in my drafts because no one has to see it. But when I put it out for people to see, it makes me make sure that it's, tightened up. I run it through like Grammarly or something like that to make sure all the grammatical errors and the spelling errors are gone. It makes me kind of finish it. You know what I mean? Because once you put it out there, it's finished. Okay. And I think that's why publishing to the public is very important, because you don't want to put an unfinished product out there. Right. So you put it out, a finished product, you put your best product out there, and you just keep going. You keep going. You keep going. You're going to get better. Don't worry about it being too perfect or anything like that. Just do your best. And then you just keep going every single day. Be fruitful every single day. And once you get this part down, then you'll be ready for the next step. And that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Multiplying. Okay. And that's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to talk about that. So I hope you have an amazing day. My name is Martin Williams. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, and I will talk to you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Guided Expressions podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify to get all the latest content from Guided Expressions. No one builds a house without a blueprint, so why are you trying to build your dream life without one? That's how the Blueprint course was created. The Blueprint course is for people who know they were meant for more. Created by Martin Williams, the Blueprint is a streamlined way to help you create the life you've always wanted. Get instant access now by clicking the link in the description box or going to guidedexpressions.com/blueprint.